Welcome into Dowling Catholic High School. We're out here at the soccer stadium just to the east of Dowling Catholic High School. John Schaefer tonight bringing you some top-level girls soccer action in the state of Iowa. Number 12, Dowling Catholic hosting the number 5 Ankeny Hawks in a big matchup between two teams that have postseason aspirations. Of course, not far from the state tournament already. About a month out, a little bit less than that. Of course, this Ankeny Hawks team enters 6-2-2. Dowling Catholic Maroons 6-6 on the season. In their last 5 games, the Maroons have gone 2-3, coming off of a win against Des Moines Lincoln, 2-0 back on May 6th. Meanwhile, the Ankeny Hawkettes coming in with a nice win over Southeast Polk, 3-0. Prior to that, they dropped a 2-1 decision to Cedar Rapids Prairie. But a couple wins over Dallas Center Grimes, and Johnston had them sitting pretty as well this month. A good team that's certainly hungry for a little bit more this season as the sun's setting a bit. Shadows cast out over the field this evening as well. Do we want to go to the rankings? Let's take a peek around the rest of Class 3A girls soccer rankings. And number 1, Waukee Northwest, of course, has been dominant this season, much of it. Valley there at number 2, Centennial. Number 3, Waukee in at 4. Of course, neither of these teams playing tonight have a win against the Warriors. Ankeny tied the Warriors in a 0-0 showdown, and then Dowling Catholic dropped 1-0 to the Warriors. That being back in April for both of those teams. Ankeny in at number 5, Muscatine, the first team from out east in this top 10, and then you've got Johnston, Linn-Mar, Iowa City Liberty within those top 9 spots. Dowling Catholic slotting in at number 12. So ahead of us tonight, we've got big matchups for Ankeny. Players to look at. Look for Allie Mackey, the senior, 6 goals this season. She's had 40 shots total. Meanwhile, for Dowling Catholic, Aubrey Kruger, the sophomore, 6 goals on 14 shots this year as well. At the back end of things, Claire Close, the senior for the Ankeny Hawks, 13 saves, only given up 5 goals against this season. Meanwhile, Andrea Munoz Mejorado with 26 saves, 6 goals against this year. So we'll get a good matchup for both netminders this evening, and good matchup for 2 really solid teams. Dowling will rep the maroon, Ankeny will rep the all-whites tonight, and we'll get you ready for kickoff here from Dowling High School in just a bit here on CISN. We'll be right back after a quick break.
DeArmond Ford Indianola, your certified Ford Model E dealer. All month long, save big on our new 2024 Ford electric vehicles. Lease a new all-electric Ford F-150 Lightning for only $345 per month. Lease the all-electric Mach-E for only $299 per month. Plus, the new Ford Power Promise. Get a home charger with your purchase. Come see our electric vehicle specialist here at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
It's hard to stop a train.
Hi,
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if you've been thinking about upgrading that old wood or gas fireplace in your home or adding a new one someplace that you've always wanted, we have Central Iowa's best selection of wood, gas, and electric fireplaces. So if you've always wanted to add some warmth and beauty along with value to your home, come see us at Fireplace Superstore today.
10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals. So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V-Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
A little train to get us going this evening ahead of kickoff once again between the Ankeny Hawks and the Dowling Catholic Maroons. Home team tonight, ranked 12th in the state in Class 3A. The visiting team ranked number 5. The Hawks 6-2-2, as I mentioned, leading up to this one as we get ready and officials take midfield. We'll turn it over to PA for our starting lineups.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Dowling Catholic High School. Today the Maroons are hosting the Ankeny Hawkettes. Your officials for today's game. The center official is Jeff Beardsley, and assisting Jeff is Jared Nelson and Robert Soares. Your starters for Ankeny. Number 4, Sophia Kephart, defending. Playing midfield and a captain, number 10, Allie Mack. Number 12, Kirsten Peterson, playing defense. Playing midfield, number 13, Isabel Squires. Defending, number 17, Abby Steinkamp. In the defense and a captain, number 18, Sophie Loeffler. Playing forward, number 20, Ava Paoli. Playing midfield, number 24, Kayla Shopdowd. Playing forward, number 26, Sydney Van Howling. In the defense, number 29, Avery Taylor. And the goalkeeper for the Hawkettes is number 1, Sylvia Bartlett. The Hawkettes are coached, the head coach is Simon Brown, and assisting Simon is Trevor Neri, Hannah Hahn, and Olivia Weiler. And now your Maroon starters. Number 7, Elizabeth Brick, playing midfield. In the defense, number 11, Elizabeth Harkin. Playing midfield, number 12, Aubrey Krieger. Also in midfield, number 12, number 13 in defense, Sophia Anthony Bodie. Defending, number 14, Tess Carmichael. Playing midfield, number 15, Jaslyn Roman Castro. In the defense, number 16, Julia Hughes. Our first captain playing midfield, number 21, Charlotte Carmichael. Also a captain in defense, number 22, Addie Galloway. Playing forward, number 25, Olivia Paoli. And minding the nets, number 1, Andrea Munoz Majorado. The Dowling Maroons are coached by Matthew Sahag.
That's a look at our starting lineups. We'll step away for one more quick break and get you to kick off here between Dowling Catholic and Ankeny High.
Now if everyone would...
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with Unleaded 88.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WauKeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WauKeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WauKeeChevy.com.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Prayer's been said, anthem's been played, and we're ready to kick it off here between two really good 3A girls soccer teams. The Ankeny Hawks enter again 6-2-2. Dowling Catholic 6-6 on the season, number 12. And let me correct myself earlier. I said Claire Close would be the netminder tonight for Ankeny. Instead, it'll be Sylvia Bartlett manning the 6-yard box for the Ankeny Hawks. The senior goalkeeper getting the start this evening as well. Let me see if I can find some quick stats on our goalkeeping. Looks like I lost that page within this. So there we go. Bartlett just giving up, looks like 1 goal against this season on 7 shots, or 7 saves, I should say. She's played 250 minutes of games this season. So plenty of soccer action for her. Again, Ankeny in the all-white. Dowling Catholic in the all-maroon. Very fitting. Beautiful night here in West Des Moines, Iowa, getting ready for kickoff. A lot of soccer going on around the metro this evening. We'll try and keep you updated with scores as the night goes on as well. Certainly looking forward to this one, though. Top 15 matchup, 2 teams with state tournament aspirations. State tournament moving up to Ames this year. Excited to get you some of that coverage as well here. But certainly going to be an adjustment, breaking away from County Soccer Complex, and we're off here at Dowling Catholic High School, and it'll be the Maroons starting with possession in the back. They'll work it back and try and switch field right away. That back line going to be a little bit busy tonight. Ankeny likes to press a bit with their front 2. Got some nice work along the sidelines there. Just leads to a little bit firm of a pass. That one drifting out of bounds off the foot of Aubrey Kruger.
With the throw-in.
It'll be an Ankeny throw in, and they'll work it back to the midfield. Turned over there by Kyla Schopfeld, Keeping it in nicely along the sideline boundary. Wonderful control there by Abby Steinkamp, and fortunately runs into a couple defenders, and Dowling doing a nice job not giving her much space to operate there. It will be a Dowling Catholic throw-in.
Bodie with the throw-in.
Anthony Bodie going to throw this one in here just around the 20-yard line or so. I'll reference that football grid a bit just for easier points of reference tonight. Fully aware they play on a bit larger field, 120 yards, goal line to goal line. Again, John Schaefer with you tonight on CISN. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your Friday evening with us here for tonight's top 15 matchup. Through the midfield goes Isabel Squires. Squires will put it out wide, turns it over. Dowling again, not giving the forwards for Ankeny a lot of space to operate out there. Ankeny trying to switch field. Nice job hustling that down. But a quick turnover by Sophie Loeffler, and here comes Dowling on the attack down the sideline. It's going to be Abby Galloway with it. Gets it knocked off her foot and pushed out of bounds. Quick throw-in coming from Elizabeth Brick. Brick going to play it back. Some back pressure, though, and a quick turnover. Steinkamp plays it up the line. A little too hot to handle there, and coming right back with it are the Maroons. Dowling keeps that possession at midfield. Now they'll work it around, try and find some room to work, playing a quick through ball. A quick touch outside. Turned over. Ankeny with it, keeping it in play there nicely and feeding it up ahead. It was Ava Paoli. Now some pressure here as the ball finds its way back to Andrea Munoz Mejerado. Takes a bounce or two. Dowling coming back with it now. Finding some space to work out there, Elizabeth Brick. She'll play it across field. A questionable first touch. Doesn't do any harm for Maroons as they reset. Ball pushed out of bounds once again by the back line. It's Julia Shoup with a smart defensive play. Throw-in finds some traffic and working it down the line. That's pushed out of bounds once again. That's Paoli. Trying to find some room to work, just couldn't really find much.
Bodie with the Maroons throw-in.
Anthony Bodie with the throw-in from near the corner. Kind of hemmed in there was the Maroon defender and leads to a couple of bounces back and forth. Instead, Ankeny's going to settle it out to the midfield. Here comes Isabel Squires. Squires up through, no one there. Long ball just to flip the field a bit. Now it's Ankeny going to play it back. A quick clear out of bounds off the foot of Sylvia Bartlett.
Carmichael with it.
Fast throw in there. No handball on that sharp play through, and then down the line come the Hawks. Far side of the field. Numbers for Ankeny. A little too strong on the pass to the middle. That'll be scooped up by Mejerado. She'll settle things down before booting it away. The big boot finds the head of the Hawks. Second and to the feet. Now a through ball on sides. Here comes Paoli. Paoli in. Plays it across. And the finish at the net for the Ankeny Hawks goal. Abby Steinkamp on the back door after a beautiful feed by Paoli. And it's a 1-0 Hawks lead. One more look at it. Paoli onside all the way. Has some help. Plays a beautiful ball across. And that does not get easier than that for Abby Steinkamp, the freshman.
First goal of the night.
That's her second goal on the season. A big one. Puts the Hawks up 1 early in this game. Just the 5th minute of this game.
First goal of the night is scored by Allie Mackey, assisted by Ava Paoli. With the throw in is Sophia Kephart.
Hawks with the ball once again. Just getting my notes put together so we can recap this wonderful start to this game. The Hawks coming out with some fire here early. The ball's really lived on their half of the field so far. Comes a corner from the far side. It's going to be Sophia Kephart going to deliver it from the far corner. Again, another beautiful night here at Dowling Catholic as Kephart going to bring it in. Sweeps it with the right. Back post, nearly headed home. Instead, it's Ankeny keeping possession inside the box. Dowling does a good job to clear it out of there. Now a quick step in, and Dowling coming right back with it the other way. To the feet of Roman Castro. Castro's going to play it back, and they're going to go right back up with it. Through ball up ahead. Here comes Roman Castro off a good touch. She'll touch it off to her teammate there, Aubrey Kruger. Kruger turns it over. And the Hawks regroup, trying to play it up and through. Maroons collapse, and they'll create a turnover there, coming back the other way. Dowling trying to find a quick answer in tonight's showdown. That will get out of bounds quickly. Fast throw in for Dowling. They'll reset on the far side of the field. Down the line. Here come the Maroons. Cross into the box, knocked down. Sticking with it. Maroons have it at the top of the box now. Having a go with the right. Bartlett hunts it down, and she'll smother it there at the goal line to prevent any more. Great little delivery there by the Maroons. Just couldn't quite get much on it. Another look at it. Top of the box. Just having a go was Tess Carmichael, and nearly finds a far post, but Bartlett tracks it down, doesn't panic, and we remain 1-0. Maroons, though, possessing the ball and trying to threaten a bit. Aubrey Kruger feeds her teammate, but a nice step in by the back line for Ankeny. That'll lead to a turnover. Here come the Hawks in on the counter. Driving it away and out of bounds again is Shoup. Heady play there. Knows she doesn't have numbers, so she puts it out of bounds quickly. Throw in coming again for Ankeny. They're trying to play quickly. Lost in the feet of Paoli and cleared away by Dowling. Ankeny content with playing that up in the air. Played down. Here's Paoli again. She tries to cross. Finds her one more time. She'll play it back. Settling things down. Ball delivered into the box by Loeffler. Doesn't go anywhere. And here comes the Maroons once again. Through ball played strongly down the line. Bartlett thought about coming off her line. Trusts her defender. That may be a free kick. As Kruger with a bit of a strong tackle there on Sophia Kephart. Kephart took a tumble, but no worse for the wear. Kephart will play it along the turf. Down the line. Nice through ball again. What a play by Paoli. Steinkamp tries to cross in. Nothing there.
Mackey shot stop by Muno.
Munoz Mejorado with the quick clear. And I'm sorry, that was Avery Taylor with that shot. Ball takes a hop and a skip out of bounds, and Maroons will keep the throw in. Brick on the throw in. Tough first touch there from Kruger.
Hawkeye throw it.
We'll give the ball back to the Hawks. Hawks throw it in. Not a lot working there for Paoli. Paoli turns it over. Ball cleared low and hard. Another foot, and then just a little bit behind on that pass. Mackey was looking for a pass down the line. Didn't quite find it.
Just for the sake of not having to trying to keep up with
A lot of soccer between the 30s right now. Maroons being implored to get down the line a bit, get more into their half, and that ball going up over the top, looking for Roman Castro. Instead it takes another hop. This time it'll find the foot of Abby Galloway. Galloway plays it up and through, a little too far ahead, but Maroons now threatening a bit in their offensive half. Roman Castro with it. She'll play it back. Ball sent into the box. Bodied away, and then a quick, swift left. Carmichael found a foot of her teammate. That's Roman Castro once again. She'll play it down to the corner. Step in front. Ankeny doing a great job keeping the Maroons to the outside, not letting much get through. And here come the Hawks on a counter. A big run out there for Ankeny. Centering it into the middle of the box and nearly on the foot once again for Steinkamp. She just wasn't quite ready for it. I don't think she thought it'd get through. Mejorado instead hops on it and prevents the scoring opportunity, but don't look now. Here comes Paoli once again. Ball into the box, still loose. Still a loose ball, and then struck through. Looked like it was Steinkamp from her backside. No, it was not. That was Allie Mackey, the captain for the Ankeny Hawks. And one more look at it. It was a bit of chaos in the box. Mackey has a look at it, saved first. She ties it up with her feet, and then from her side just sends a right foot through. Goal number 2 on the night for the Hawks, and we have a 2-0 soccer game. 13 minutes in. Allie Mackey with the effort goal. Don't see that too often. Makes it 2-0 Hawks. We're not even halfway through the first half. That one might have to remake the highlight reel later this week and find its way to socials if we can. Here on CISN. Great goal after a bit of chaos. Can the Maroons settle things down a bit, or will Ankeny continue to press? Up over the top. Steinkamp couldn't quite crawl out to her feet, and here come the Maroons once again. It's Galloway. Quick touch pass. Back to her feet. She stays strong on it and going to play it back to Anthony Bodie. They'll continue to play with their triangle here. Shoop going to send it across, but the long pass gets stepped in front of and sent out of bounds. Maroons throw it in. Still trying to find some space in their first strike of the night.
Hawkeye throwing. Peterson threw it. Maroon throw it. Excuse me, Hawkeye.
Ref backs up the throw in there on the far side, back behind the 40 or so. Ankeny with some time and some space to work. They'll play it back once again. That ball being sent to the near corner. Here's Paoli. Nice move to get around the defender, but even better defending by Brick. Brick breaks it up, but it'll find its way back to Paoli. Paoli sends one into the box again. Stabbed away from the 18. Strong defensive play by Loeffler. Loeffler going to middle it. And then far side. Having a go from well outside the box. That's off a defender. And I believe that was not off a defender. My apologies. That will be a goal kick by Mejorado. Here come the Maroons now with a few numbers. Trying to work on the outside. Here's Brick. Brick will play it back and slow things down again. Shifty footwork there by Galloway. Galloway plays it down the line. Here come the Maroons. Attacking. It's Kruger. Kruger going to send it to inside the 18. Instead, it's cleared away from Ankeny, and here comes our latest goal scorer, Ali Mackey. Mackey ahead. Has some time and room to operate. That ball ends up taking a hop, but retained by the Hawks. Mackey steps up. That ball speared away by the back line. That was Julia Shoup stepping in. Nice defensive play there. Thwart any attack. As Presley Sullivan subs in. She'll sub in for Avery Taylor.
With the throw-in is Avery Taylor.
Sorry, Avery Taylor with the throw-in, not the sub. It was near the Ankeny bench, for what it's worth. Just backing myself up there. Ball into the box. Off a hip, and wisely coming off of her line is Munoz Mejorado. She'll scoop it up and let her team clear out. Here come the Maroons with possession. It's Kruger. Kruger working into some space. Has a little give and go going. Offsides, though, are the Maroons. Flag goes up on the far side. Kruger just a half step ahead behind that back line, and that leads to the flag raise. It'll be a free kick indirect here for Ankeny.
Taking the kick is Howland.
Mackey with it in the middle of the field, gets knocked down. Ref says play on. Avery Taylor plays that across. No one really out there in space, though, and that'll drift out of bounds. Quick Maroons throw in.
Carmichael with it.
Dowling does not have a lot of time to really set things up on that back line. Ankeny seems to swarm a bit. The left takes a high twisting bound to the left, but no harm done here for Dowling as they retain possession. It's Galloway once again. Played back to the middle. Galloway with time. She's going to play it out wide left, a little too strong. That clearance attempt takes a big hit off of Elizabeth Brick and goes right back to the feet of Paoli for Ankeny. Working the triangles, back down to Paoli along the line. She tries to play a through ball.
Dowling throwing.
They said that ball got out of bounds. Not sure where. But we trust our officials out there. Again, if you're looking to be a ref, implore you and encourage you to sign up to be an official. Certainly always looking. I know you can always use more, especially out here in soccer. Great way to be part of the game. And, you know, plenty of people have opinions. Let's see you make some calls with those opinions. Obviously, we encourage everybody to get out there and support the sport. So that was my shameless plug for officials and reffing out here. We'll move on back to the action as Dowling retains possession here in the backfield. They'll start working it up ahead. It's Shoup. Shoup ahead to the middle. They'll play it outside and down the line. Ankeny just not giving the Maroons a lot of space to possess the ball. That gets headed back to Mackey.
Running wide angles.
Ball cleared away. It'll be a throw in here by Avery Taylor. Paoli with the cross into the box. Cleared away quickly by Galloway. Then another big boot down the sidelines. Sorry, that was Galloway with the clearance. The white band in the middle of the field is Carmichael. Well, I take that back. I think Galloway's also wearing a pink band, and then there's a 23 on the roster for the Dowling Maroons. Let me double check my second roster. Or I might just be going crazy. One of the two. Yeah, there is no 23 on the roster for Dowling Catholic. My guess then is Olivia Paoli for the Maroons. So I apologize if I've been getting you mixed up. If you come back and watch this game. Made an assumption. Ankeny with the ball back, and they'll play it back at the 20. Quick clear goes nowhere. Elizabeth Brick comes away with it. Maroons now trying to attack. Up ahead, here comes Roman Castro. It will be a goal kick there for Ankeny as Roman Castro's touch just a little too strong. As we've now gone over the first 20 minutes of tonight's showdown. Hawks lead 2-0. Goals coming in the 6th minute from Abby Steinkamp, and then in the 13th minute from Allie Mackey. Ankeny looking for more. That ball played through, doesn't get through though. Heads up defensive play there by Anthony Bodie, and she flipped fields, and here come the Hawks though once again. Quick touch out of bounds. Ball will stay with Ankeny. Kirsten Peterson going to throw it in. Then she'll send one into the box. Gets over the intended player and then booted high and out. Battle for the ball. Maroons strong with it. That ball still staying in. Finally goes out. There's our flag up, and it'll be a Dowling Catholic throw-in. Or, I'm sorry, Ankeny throw-in. Twisting around was Steinkamp. Nearly came away with it, but good defensive play by the Maroons. But then taken right back, Paoli. Back to Avery Miller. Miller with room. Nice little chop back. She sends it down the line. Had some intentions with it, just didn't find the right intention, and then it's cleared away by Shoop. Avery Taylor with the throw-in. That ball tipped off of Miller's foot will go out of bounds, and the throw-in will stay with Dowling Catholic. Big throw. Comes right back to Dowling, but the clear finds ahead of Ankeny, and keeping some pressure over there on the far side is Presley Sullivan. Instead, it's Charlotte Carmichael coming away with it, but here come the Hawks once again. Paoli, that ball gets out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Dowling. She thought she had more room to work, didn't, ran out of real estate. Sometimes the black line on the turf is a little bit tough to track into. Good pressure from Roman Castro, just doesn't pay off for her. Instead, Ankeny going to keep that possession again. Paoli plays it back, then up over the top. Will curl out of bounds, and the pace to this one, a lot more play to the middle of the field since that second strike by Allie Mackey. Taken away at midfield, here come the Hawks. Stepped in nicely though. That was Galloway who took a jab and came away with the steal. Leads to a change of possession, but here come Ankeny right at one more time. It's Mackey keeping it on her right foot, looking for some room to work. Plays it out wide, Paoli up over the top. That ball headed away from any danger. Settles back on the back line, sent back into the box. Finds Paoli. Paoli looking for a left, off the post and in. What a left-footed strike by Ava Paoli. The ball sent back into the box, takes a hop and settles at the feet. And Paoli, you don't get much more of a sharp angle than that, off the pipe and in. 3-0 Hawks.
Entering the game for Ankeny, we have number 19.
Ava Paoli, 14:30 left in this first half. Makes it 3-0. It was a great strike. Great finish by Paoli. Let's see what we can find for her stat line tonight as well.
For Ankeny goes to number 20, Ava Paoli.
That's her second goal on the year. She's had 3 assists this season. Isabel Squires is the one that sent that into the box. It was just a great finish. And you got to keep in mind, I'm pretty sure Ava Paoli, who's a junior, has a family member, Olivia Paoli, as the ball's in the box. Sent up over the top. Big save off the crossbar. Still going. What a save by the Dowling netminder. That ball keeps bouncing around and then finally cleared, as Ankeny nearly made it 4-0. Instead, Munoz Mejorado tipped it up and off the crossbar, and then any threat from there was cleared away. Now here come the Maroons with a counter. Far side of the field. Aubrey Kruger with it. She sends it to the middle of the 18. The cross doesn't find anyone's foot. Cleared away now by Ankeny. As I finish that thought, Ava Paoli, I'm not going to take a guess. Could be a sister, could be a cousin. Olivia Paoli plays for Dowling Catholic and is in number 25 for the Maroons. Meanwhile, Ava is number 20 for the Ankeny Hawks. So, a little bit of, I'm guessing, a family tie of some sort within those two. No less, Ava with the third goal of the evening for Ankeny has them up 3-0. And the Hawks looking for a little bit more before the end of this first half as we tick to 12 minutes remaining in the first frame of 2. Shoop going to play it right back to the middle. Turned over. Here's Mackey now working around the middle of the field, finding space, creating space for herself. And has a look down the line. No runners really going. Mejorado comes off her line, scoops it up. And crisis averted. The boot by Mejorado drifts all the way to the foot of the Maroons and then quickly struck out of bounds. We'll say that did get across the out-of-bound line. They'll throw it in from near midfield. It's Mackey settling that throw into her feet. She'll play it back. Then a big ball up and through down the line. Paoli was looking for another one. Didn't quite clear Shoop. Instead, Charlotte Carmichael going to play it back and settle things down again. Maroons have had the ball plenty tonight, just haven't really been able to attack on offense. Meanwhile, Ankeny with some quick strikes. Kind of catch you off guard a little bit. Squires sent that last one up over the top, and no one was guarding Ava Paoli, and next thing you know, she just puts it home. Battle for it at midfield. Carmichael going to play it ahead. Then down the line on the far side. Here come the Maroons again. Good defensive play for Ankeny on the far corner. Ball nearly taken off the foot and is of Olivia Paoli there. And the ball scooped up by Sylvia Bartlett. Bartlett going to play it out with a quick roll. Back over to Abby Steinkamp. Mackey plays it out wide. Then down the line. Down the line again. That touch just a little too strong. And here comes the throw in once again. It's played out by Mayorato. But turned over. Here comes Ankeny again, but another quick pass gets away. Good battle for the ball around the 35. That ball played back and then across to the middle. Dummied through and stays with the Maroons. Here comes Charlotte Carmichael. Carmichael plays it to the corner. Castro with it, cuts back. Trying to just work into some space. She'll play it back for one more touch. That touch a little too strong though. Carmichael fighting for it around the 15. Comes away with it. She has possession, fends off a defender, and then played back. That ball up over the top, headed back out. Kruger knocks down a defender, and instead it's played through. Quick little short hop off the Anthony Bodie attempt from distance. Not a real big threat, but no less a little bit of a challenge there. Ankeny going to try and play it down the line again. Just a little too far to the right. And that'll be another throw in. Here is that throw in from Anthony Bodie. Now the throw in. Sending it to the middle of the field, but stepped in too nicely. Out on the far side for Ankeny. Maroons get the possession back, and it's taking a couple of bounces here or there. Playing all the way across and having to full sprint that thing down is Brick. Brick plays it back. Here's Bodie. Bodie going to send it with a right. Didn't quite get all of it, but no harm done as the Maroons keep possession. Settles to the feet of Roman Castro. She plays it out wide. Maroons keeping possession for that battle in the corner. The cross off a defender and out of play.
Carmichael with the throw in.
It's Tess Carmichael out there. Carmichael will play it to the corner, then comes right back to her feet, tries to play a cross in, doesn't get anywhere, and that's going to come right back to the feet of Ankeny. Ankeny now trying to counter. Has a little bit of a one-on-one out on the far side. It's Ava Paoli once again. Looking for a little bit of support. Nice stab in and step in by Shoop. Shoop wisely puts it out of play and will allow her team a chance to get back and reset defensively. Really nice job on defense there by Julia Shoop. And there's our throw in. Headed away quickly. But back come the Maroons. Through ball up ahead. They'll have another look. knocked over. That one stung a bit. That's one thing about this turf. It doesn't give much. So we've got an injury on the field.
I'm on here. You can go over to her so when she gets up.
I still don't have a 23 in my roster, but that's who's down on the ground right now. And we'll head to break here for an injury timeout. We'll be right back on CISN.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if you have an old inefficient wood fireplace, we need to talk. Heat & Glow has some great retrofit inserts to convert that old drafty wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace. A Heat & Glow gas insert will give you high efficiency, it will give you ease of operations, and it will give you enough warmth to take the edge off a cold winter's night. For the best in gas inserts, come see us at Fireplace Superstore today.
Confirmation, 23 is Olivia Paoli, and she gets up and she's going to take a quick walk back to the bench there, not feeling 100% after getting knocked down. Did draw a foul, and she'll collect herself and some thoughts as she meets with the trainer on the bench.
40-yard line on the right. All right, 2 is live, 1 you can go over to the right. 40-yard line other side. Keep going.
Shoop gonna deliver here on the free kick. Didn't catch a number on who knocked her over. It was a tough tackle that clearly drew the attention of our officials tonight. Here comes the delivery from Shoop. She's been waved on. She's gonna play it short here to Anthony Bodie. Bodie plays it back to Shoop. Shoop gonna play a through ball there. Doesn't find any foot of a maroon. Instead, Ankeny now going to look for another counter, but turned over quickly at midfield. Shoop backs up, sends it out. That's going to be Brick. Roman Castro now. She'll play it out wide. Back to Roman Castro, looking for a run. Takes a tip forward. Finds her foot, and then that's going to be sent out to the corner for Tess Carmichael. Carmichael cutting back, trying to work around a defender, but no can do on the far side. Good defending there for the Hawks. So we're under 5 to play here in the first 40. Hawks lead 3-0. All in the first 25 minutes, 26 minutes of tonight's game. Almost had a 4th goal, but Mayorado tipped it up off a crossbar. Instead, the Maroons still looking for their first netted goal of the evening, and so they're still trying to find some space to work. They haven't really been able to crack the 18 much. That ball played ahead by Abby Galloway, but turned over once again. Here come the Maroons. A little bit of speed there from Paoli, gets sent out of bounds by Blake Shoop once again. Thrown in, Ankeny just trying to find a little bit more room to work. Would love to probably extend this lead even more. Dowling needing to cut into this lead before half. Give themselves some confidence as they get ready for the final 40 tonight. Sun is now set here in central Iowa. Beautiful night once again. Now that we're out of the cold snap of spring and kind of getting into that brief warm-up, 80s this weekend. Certainly going to be a toasty one. But no less, we'll take it. Spring has been nice to us this year. Certainly been good to this Ankeny team as well. 6 wins so far as that ball gets played into the box. Just a little too strong. Once again, diving on it is Bartlett, but Aubrey Kruger had a look at it as she made a run through the middle. Just a little bit too much pace ahead of her. Bartlett decides, I should say, to just roll it out and keep possession. He'll play it down the line. Long run as it just takes a tip out of bounds, and Paoli was coming in hot, so Dowling thought better, let's just put it out of bounds really quick and ward off any damage that could be done, as that was Anthony Bodie's decision. Smart one at that. Quick throw in down to the corner. At by Kephart. And unable to keep that in. A little strong on that touch pass down to Mackey.
Nunez Mazzarato will take the kick.
Mayorato boots it away. But coming right back at it is Ankeny, and offsides are the Hawks.
Indirect for the Maroons.
Paoli just maybe a half step behind the defender as that ball was headed forward. Otherwise, she had a good opportunity for it. Minute 10 left in this game tonight. Mayorato plays it back to Shoop. Shoop gonna just take it into some space. Right up ahead. Turn back. Maroon's got to be careful. Here's that ball getting a little bit squirrely on him. Nearly another offsides opportunity. But cleared away and back up the middle, but not out of harm's way yet. Quick ball up and over the top. Mayorato, a little indecisive, comes up to punch it, and then heads it out of bounds, and we're going to get a corner kick. That was a good decision on her part, as Paoli was looking for goal number 2 on the evening. Instead, it's going to be a corner from Kephart. 24 seconds. Ankeny's got to move with some speed here. Not to rush, but at least get a chance here as we tick under 12. Here comes the delivery from Kephart with the right. Mayorato goes for the punch, can't quite get to it. Then it's headed away, 3, 2, and 1. And that'll end the first half of play here between Dowling Catholic and the Ankeny Hawks. Hawks up 3-0 off goals from Steinkamp, Mackey, and Paoli. They've been in complete control most of this game this evening, and CISN will have more for you at half after a quick break from Dowling High School.
Save big this month on all new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams at DeYarmouth CDJR Ames. New Jeep Wagoneers with up to $13,000 off MSRP. Or get up to $16,000 off MSRP if you currently own a Ford. Brand new 2024 Ram 2500 Crew Cab 4x4 starting at only $42,990. And over 20% off on new Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4s. That's right, over 20% off. Save big here at the all-new DeYarmouth CDJR Ames.
It's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if you've been thinking about upgrading that old wood or gas fireplace in your home or adding a new one someplace that you've always wanted, we have Central Iowa's best selection of wood, gas, and electric fireplaces. So if you've always wanted to add some warmth and beauty along with value to your home, come see us at Fireplace Superstore today.
10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages. all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Camp with a big goal there, and there we are. Now we're back inside of Dowling Catholic High School. If you couldn't hear me earlier, John Schaefer back with you on CISN, and let's recap those highlights one more time for you. And it was certainly an exciting first half as the Maroons trailed the Hawks 3-0. Steinkamp to the back post there off the beautiful feed from Ava Paoli. Made it 1-0, 5.5 minutes into this game, and then goal number 2 coming from Allie Mackey. Mackey gets her right foot on it, gets knocked down, keeps the ball at her feet, then basically from her left hip gives it a side kick, and that'll find the twine. Goal number 2, 27-10 remaining in the half, and then the cherry on top of half number 1. The ball sent in over the top by Squires. Ava Paoli finds it, then the left-footed finish off the far post and in, made it 3-0. And that is where we sit here at Dowling Catholic High School. Some other scores from around Central Iowa in a 4-3 matchup. Centennial number 3 in the state Waukee number 4. They're tied 0-0 at half. And then Valley up. They are the number 2 team in the state. They are up 1-0 on number 7 Johnston currently at Valley Stadium as well. Once again, 3-0 score here. Ankeny ahead of Dowling Catholic. We're getting ready for half number 2 in just a moment on CISN.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if you have an old inefficient wood fireplace, we need to talk. Heat & Glow has some great retrofit inserts to convert that old drafty wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace. A Heat & Glow gas insert will give you high efficiency, it will give you ease of operations, and it will give you enough warmth to take the edge off a cold winter's night. For the best in gas inserts, come see us at Fireplace Superstore today.
It's hard to stop a train.
The Chevy Red Tag event is going on now here at DeArmond Chevy GMC in Knoxville, Iowa. New Silverado 1500 Crew Cab with 1.9% for 60 months, plus up to $87.50 off MSRP. New Chevy and GMC HDs with 5.9% for 84 months. Get a new 2025 Trailblazer starting at $339 per month. And new Chevy and GMC electric vehicles with special rates. All at DeArmond Chevy GMC in Knoxville, Iowa.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
We're back here at Dowling Catholic getting ready for kickoff to half number 2, 3-0, as the Ankeny Hawks all over this one. And another score that we want to get your way. Southeast Polk up 2-0 on Urbandale in girls 3A soccer action once again here in Central Iowa. Getting ready now, less than a month out from state soccer. Again, making the move up to Ames this year, typically at County. To be honest, I enjoy the natural grass of County. I'm a bit of a traditionalist. I think the turf allows a little bit too much of a rollout for the soccer ball, but nowadays everyone is basically playing on turf fields, and so I think, I get that advantage to it is you then go over to County and suddenly you've got to change your style of soccer. There's a lot more speed out here on the turf, things like that, but call me a traditionalist. Something about the smell of naturally cut grass out at County just wakes you up in the morning a little different. No less, we will be up in Ames getting you ready as some big announcements for boys sports coverage as well for state tournaments, all going to Iowa PBS. So we'll be interested to see how that plays out as well. And meanwhile, we're here on CISN tonight, getting you ready for the final 40 between Dowling Catholic and the Ankeny Hawks. Ankeny up 3-0, and it'll be the Hawks ball to start. They'll be going right to left on your screen. Maroon's out on the field in maroon. A fitting home uni. And we're just waiting on the Hawks, who are donning the all-white jerseys, the kits, as they say. So many different terms, sport to sport. I do apologize if some bleed over into others at times. Mackey will start us off in midfield, and there's our whistle. She almost wasn't ready for it, and away we go. Ankeny keeping possession off that opening kickoff to half number 2, and going to be played out to the far corner. Kicked out of bounds quickly, and Ankeny loves to operate off that right side of their attacking end. So they'll be on the far side a lot this evening. We'll try and keep you posted on numbers and names. Numbers are a little bit smaller out there. That ball takes a drift into the box, but cleared away quickly. to see another day.
Again on the throw-in.
Smart play out back there for the Maroons. Throw in on the far side. Going to take a hop and a skip and go out of bounds for a goal kick, so it'll be Mayorado now. Going to send it back out to midfield here in just a moment as she collects a new ball.
Mayorado will take the kick.
Mayorado with a short kick this time, going to keep it with her defender's feet. Playing it out on the far side and keeping possession, but just for a moment. Here's Mackey coming back the other way. She's going to go to the corner, look for a cross into the box. Does get that cross off. Doesn't find a foot, though. And cleared away quickly by the Maroons, so no more danger can be done. Nice cut back, trying to keep possession there, but turns it over in a swift move on Peterson. Peterson turned that ball over. Here come the Maroons back the other way. Dropping it off. Roman Castro plays it to the middle. Going to be played now down the line by Galloway. Back to the line they go. Through ball up ahead. Just a quick cut and a foul called on Kruger. It's going to lead to a free kick. Played up right away and coming down the line. Down the line once again, keeping it at the feet. And through up ahead. This one to Avery Taylor. Taylor couldn't quite get to it. That's a smart play again by Shoop. Shoop has been sharp on defense this evening. That back line holding strong for the most part. Aside from one or two slight errors, and that ball kicked out of bounds once again. It's going to stay with Ankeny. Peterson to throw it in. Tries for a longer throw that time. Doesn't work for her, but it finds her own foot again. Plays a left through to the box. Up ahead. Mayorado takes a dive at it. Instead, that will be a goal kick. Not liking that call necessarily. And wanting a corner there for Ankeny. But I got to say, I don't think Mayorado ever got a touch on it. That was Mackey with the run. Great ball through. Mackey just tried to muscle around, and instead here comes Avery Miller. She breaks up a play. Now numbers, Mayorado with a big save. Can't come up with the loose ball. It drifts off of the Ankeny player, and they're going to say no. Instead, it's a corner kick. That was a big save by Mayorado. Another look at it. Avery Miller came through, tried to take the ball, and then who ends up finishing it but Isabel Squires. Squires had a good look at it, and then big save by Mayorado. Keeps this a 3-goal game. So now near side corner. Again, sun is set. Things gotten a little darker out here. That ball crossed into the box and finding the back of the net on the back post. Another beautiful goal. It's Mackey again, her second on the night. Delivered, it looked to be harmless to the back post, but Mackey finds no man's land out there. No one marks her up. And that makes it a 4-0 soccer game. 5 minutes into the half, number 2. The 35th minute. Maroons will have the ball, but they need to answer quickly as Mackey finds her 8th goal now this season.
Hawkeye throw to be taken by Peterson.
Ankeny again threatening. That ball put out of bounds. Be another throw in here for the Hawks. Peterson going to give it a chuck. Who's set 4-0. Peterson's big throw. Finds the head of Mackey. Mackey can't get it to the feet of a teammate. Ball kicked back, and Peterson going to settle things down. Puts it into the box with the left. Paoli couldn't quite get it to her feet. It's cleared away, but only for a moment. Ball sent back towards the box, then cleared away quickly again. Kruger trying to get that ball, but Ankeny seems to have it yo-yoed to their foot. Peterson comes up with it, cleared away. That was Tess Carmichael, I'm sorry. She's got it on her feet now. She had the strong play earlier to get that possession back. Now with some pressures, Kruger. Kruger fighting through a defender. Van Howling with that defense, and then that'll drift across the end line for a goal kick. Strong defense by Van Howling, and really Bartlett hasn't been tested a ton. She's had a couple of saves, but nothing too much to write home about. Ball gets out of the 6, and the Hawks will try and flip the field one more time. Maroons ball, though, on the throw-in, looking for a little bit of offense. We're starting to see a little bit of offensive life from that Dowling team. A couple of runs here or there. Just got to find a way to break through the back line. Ankeny with it on their feet. Turned over, though. Here's Kruger. Kruger turns it over. We'll come back to Elizabeth Harkin. Harkin will play it back further, then even further back to the last layer in Mayorado. Mayorado turns it over, though, and here come the Ankeny Hawks one more time. The left-footed finish, and in it finds Twine once again. Mackey with the hat trick. Buries her third on the evening.
Score is Ankeny 5, Dowling 0.
Make it 5-0. Allie Mackey. Another look at it, got into some space, finishes with the right. Nothing Mayorado could do with it there. As we drift into the 37th minute. $5-0. Ankeny in complete control tonight against the Maroons. The Maroons trying to find an answer here. Tess Carmichael sends it to the middle, but that's cleared away quickly again. Can Ankeny add more to it? No, it gets out of bounds. Instead, it's going to be a Maroon throw-in. They'll keep going to work. Takes a high hop and then headed back to the 18-yard box, but Maroons just running out of real estate here as Mackey comes in. Then a quick clear again. Attempted boot over the top, doesn't get anywhere. Here comes Mackey with numbers. She might play a through ball. She's got numbers for sure. Going to play it up ahead. Just didn't quite get a good touch on it. But no harm once again because that ball stays with the Ankeny Hawks. Mackey finds her at her feet. She'll play it wide. Cutting back in. Here come the Hawks attacking one more time. Can't quite get a touch on it. Campaoli. Instead, it's cleared. Tess Carmichael. Strong 50-50 work there. That ball's going to go to the middle to no one running and find the foot of Peterson. Peterson then gets it to play up ahead. Here comes another opportunity for Ankeny, but it's cleared away. Paoli had a run, just couldn't quite get it to her feet to finish.
Entering the game for Ankeny, number 7, Marley Buchan.
Marley Buchan checks in. About 30 minutes left in this game. Still time for Dowling to put some fight up as they come in on the counter. With some speed. Trying to find some room and work it in with the right. It's deflected. Pressure here from Kruger. As that ball gets punted out of play for another Maroons throw-in. It'll be Tess Carmichael on the throw-in this time.
Tess Carmichael with the throw.
Back, and then Carmichael tries to play one up high into the box. A quick finish, and then off of her line comes Bartlett. Bartlett just smothers it, takes a breath, and that clock just continues to tick, tick, tick into the night. with an Ankeny lead up 5. Back to Van Howling. Ankeny content with just playing some possession soccer right now.
Maroon throw in. Cat throw in. Kephard with it.
The ball going back and forth still. Not a lot of action happening here in these quiet moments. Sometimes you just let the game breathe a bit, but here comes Ankeny again with some numbers. Paoli out wide. A strong defensive play, though, on that side of the field. Ball sent back into the box and nearly finding the frame, but just a little too strong. See if we can get one more look at it. Sent into the box, just not even bothering to take more than that quick touch. Looked like Schopfeld there with that shot. That was quite the strike. Nearly found it. The scissor kick there. Looked fancy, keeps the ball at Ankeny's feet. Strong clear there from Harkin. Harkin seen enough, doesn't want to deal with any more right now. Just boots it out. And then headed out by Tess Carmichael. So we advance down the field for the next throw-in. Big throw there. Maroons now with a chance. Ball takes a hop off Kruger. Doesn't want to settle on the turf. Finally a strong play by Tess Carmichael. Finds Kruger. And then the ball passed just a little bit behind there. That was really the only option that Kruger had for that throw. Or for that pass, I should say. Another hop out of bounds. Say that one's off of Ankeny, so that'll go back Maroon's way. Turned over once again. Here's Paoli. Playing it out wide. Back to Paoli. Paoli in. Has a chance, and she finds the back of the net once again. Ava Paoli with her second of the night. A great run and a beautiful give and go. As we watch it again, she plays it out wide. Quick touch, and then a quick touch right back. Then she doesn't waste any time. Finishing with the right up and over Mejorado. What a goal it was for Ava Paoli. Makes it 6-0. 53 minutes into this game. 53rd minute flat. Going back at our numbers here, Paoli had just one goal on the season coming in. She's tripled that now with 2 tonight. And this one is all Ankeny at Dowling Catholic High School. Maroons trying to stop the bleed here a bit, but Ankeny wants to keep stepping on this pace. Ball into the box. Mejorado will leap in and let it fall into her arms. She'll give it a big boot. The punt to midfield. Handball, and that'll be an indirect. 6-0. Paoli puts her team up right now. That ball's kicked and cleared. But again, Ankeny going to keep pressing with some more offense. They've, of course, subbed in a bit. Trying to pull out roster again because we've got a number 1 on the field here for Ankeny, but it's not Sylvia Bartlett who's in the program as number 1. I believe she's wearing 0 tonight as a goalkeeper. Might be 7 as well. Maroons with the ball, threatening you now. Quick pass back, stays on the feet of Dowling. That's Galloway. She's going to play it all the way back here. Harkin plays it up the middle. Back to Galloway. Sorry, that's Harkin there. This is Shoup. Her pass gets booted right back at her, and then that's cleared high and hard. But, again, that ball just kind of bouncing around in the midfield right now. The through attempt, not really there, and cleared away by Ankeny. They've thwarted just about every chance Dowling's had. Bartlett, again, only a couple saves this evening. She hasn't had to make a ton. Mejorado, this game could easily be 7 or 8 nothing had it not been for some of the spectacular saves of Mejorado. Really big game tonight for Ava Paoli, who checks out. Handful of subs come in for Ankeny, and all the Hawks are going to keep trying to build on their 6-goal lead as we sit 6-0. Hawks up. See if we can find any other scores from around Central Iowa really quick. See if we got any updates here for you. Maroons throw in. Going to work its way down the line. We do have a final 4-3 Southeast Polk over the Urbandale Jayhawks. That was 2-0 at half. So a lot of scoring there in the second half. 5 goals total in half number 2 of that game. We've got 3 total in this game, all from Ankeny as we sit 6-0. And then let's see if we can find some others. I know Johnston and Valley was a top 10 showdown. The Dragons number 7, Valley number 2. Let's see if I can find my Tigers scoreboard on X here. Here's Valley Girls Soccer. Let's see. Still 1-0 at half is the latest update we've got. That was 25 minutes ago. And then, what was that third game we had? It was Centennial versus Waukee. Still scoreless in that Centennial Waukee game. Thank you, Randy. My fearless director. We got 2 wonderful camera operators tonight as well. Great crew on the call. I strictly just get to explain what we're seeing on that camera. Without them, none of this happens. So big shout out to the entire CISN crew to make this happen tonight. Been a fun one. Again, Ankeny up 6-0 on Dowling Catholic with 20 minutes, just about 20 minutes to play. Pulling up my Jags app. Let's see what we can find. That ball over there on the far side, working its way into the 18, but strongly defended once again. That ball will go back to Ankeny, though, as they're threatening once again. In a brief update on the Valley game, 2-0, Valley up. Now on Johnston, so that's a good-looking game as that ball gets headed on frame, just wide of frame at that. So it'll be a goal kick for Dowling. Mejorado, how they're pronouncing it here. So I'll roll with that. Shoup fires one back up to midfield. And it'll rebound right back to her feet. She's going to play another through ball up ahead. Here comes some numbers for Ankeny. trying to get in there with speed. Off her line comes Bartlett for a quick clear, and she thwarts the threat. It was a big run there, a possible 2-on-1, but Bartlett wisely steps well off her line to come play that out of bounds. It was on the corner of the 18, but she wasn't going to risk trying to scoop that up with the Maroons bearing down on her. Through ball up ahead. This is Abby Stedich. Stedich battling for the ball herself. Can't quite come away with it. Good defending. That's just Tess Carmichael. Played up ahead to Galloway. That's intercepted and played back. Booted down the line. Ankeny now with numbers. Stedich couldn't quite get to it though. Stepped in by Shoop. Shoop finds the foot of her teammate, and then that's going to find its way out of bounds. Just a little too much muster on it from Charlotte Carmichael.
15, Isabella Sullivan, and number 18, Sophia Leffler. And it looks like we're going to have a keeper change. Not sure on the name, but could be Claire Close.
We do get a keeper change there. As you heard via PA. Again, just absolutely perfect night out here. It's not, hasn't cooled off much at all, although a few blankets out there. We're nice and warm up here in the press box at Dowling Catholic High School. That ball kept on her feet. That's Olivia Paoli. She plays it ahead, and here come the Maroons once again. Top of the 18, having a go at it. Big save. Stays in bounds. We're going to take a guess that's Claire Close that made that save on the goalie substitution. She dove across the goal line. One more look at it.
Corner kick for the Maroons.
Having a go from the top of the 18 and diving save. Looks like it'll be a corner here for the Maroons. It'll be Charlotte Carmichael. Looks like she wants to play a short. Here comes the delivery. She's going to go long with it. Well into the 18. Back post and then right to the mitts of Close for the save. That was a good right boot. Just right at the netminder. And the keeper makes the scoop save. To keep this a shutout and keep that intact. Uh-oh, did I just broadcasters jinx it? I guess we'll find out in the final 16 minutes. It's been a fun one tonight here between Ankeny and Dowling Catholic. My director, Randy, giving me a thumbs up on it. I didn't even think of it until I said it, and then I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Here we are, though. Ankeny coming back the other way with it. Stedich plays it to the middle. Quick right foot. Marley Butchin couldn't quite get a lot on it, but she had to go, and as we tick to 15 minutes left in tonight's matchup. It's a great time of year for sports, period. Obviously, you got track and field. Drake relays were wrapped up a couple of weeks ago. State track's not too far around the corner either. So get ready for that. And then the schedule just keeps getting busier and busier. Boys and girls state soccer. And then mix in. That takes us straight into softball and baseball season. Of course, the Iowa Hawkeyes over at Principal Park tonight. I believe, were they playing Indiana? Is that who they were playing tonight? I can't remember, Randy. I'll have to look it up. Anyway, that was an exciting night. Second year in a row that they've done it, and a big matchup. Keep in mind the Iowa Hawkeyes at the top of the Big Ten standings in baseball. Never thought you'd see that day, as here come the Maroons once again on the attack. Tried to cross in, instead stepped through. finds a knee and then just cannot come down with it is Tess Carmichael. They're going to whistle a foul there. Oregon State, I'm sorry. Iowa with an matchup against Oregon State. So great opportunity to bring in a historic baseball program for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Play that game over at Principal Park. But as I mentioned, who would have ever thought the Iowa Hawkeyes, especially with the expanded Big Ten, would be at the top of the Big Ten standings? You have teams like UCLA right there underneath them. You have teams like Oregon State, obviously. So a really cool sight for them to be in that standing as Maroons still fighting to try and get their first goal on the night. Ankeny wants to keep their shutout going as long as they can. That ball will go with Ankeny once again.
Contact Dowling. Peterson with it.
Of course, pro sports, you've got the NBA playoffs going on. Tyrese Halliburton. Oh, we got a run here for the Maroons. Having a go with the first touch. Good look at it was Madeline Honeycutt.
Goal kick for Ankeny.
Just put it a little wide of frame and maybe wants that first touch back a bit. She was in all alone and just fired one off. Couldn't quite get it to go. As now 13 minutes remain in tonight's game. Again, John Schaefer, CISN, right in the meat of the schedule for girls soccer. Here come the Hawks trying to counter. Instead, turned over. Strong defensive play in the midfield. But Ankeny collapsing there on Tess Carmichael. Ball sent along the line. Just trying to keep that ball. Just kind of takes a hop back and forth a bit like Pong out there between the 30s currently. Some exciting soccer as a little bit of a Charlie horse there for Tess Carmichael. Gets bumped into. Ball gets sent out wide. Oh, that's Carmichael there, knocking it down. I think I got my 14 and mixed up on the far side. My apologies.
Yeah, but still, I feel like you should be there.
Nope, we have two 14s on the field, I'm pretty sure. Is that allowed? Okay, well, we'll just turn a blind eye to it. So Carolina Vilas is also in, so my apologies to Caroline. Maroons with it, but nearly turned over. They'll play with it on the back line there. Ankeny regains possession, puts one up over the top, and then that's headed away by Shoup. Nice touch by Roman Castro. Tried to do a little give and go there. Maroons still keeping possession. Play to the midfield and back. Shoup. Shoup plays it ahead. Roman Castro plays it back one more time, then back through. Turned over. Ball popped up. Dribbled to the middle, tries to cut back, is turned over once again. Nice stab at it there, and a tough tackle. Couple of tough tackles there as Kirsten Peterson went down first, and then the foul called.
You want to get the subs coming in.
As Stedich got taken down as well, as we'll get a couple of subs here. Jocelyn Day is going to check in, as will Presley Sullivan. In just a moment, we got the free kick. No pressure on our camera ops. So they bounce back and forth, trying to determine when those subs are coming in. Nearly kept in bounds. Out there by Squires. Okay, now here come our subs.
We have number 5, Gregory Sullivan, and number 21, Jocelyn Doe. Into the rooms, we have Alvarado. Maroon throw.
Here's the throw in, a big boot back out to the middle of the field. At midfield, a battle for it, turned over and striped right back down the middle, or the heart of this gridiron tonight. Of course, this field acts as a football practice field in the fall. Certainly track and field out here in the spring season. Boys soccer out here as well. Here come the Maroons. Beautiful step in to turn away that attempt. And Ankeny just trying to have another run at it. Don't tell them they're up 6-0, because they'll just say we want more of it. Meanwhile, Dowling looking for their first goal on the evening. Still trying to fight for it too. They haven't quit on this game yet. Good for them in that sense, where Olivia Paoli there with it just cannot get through that back line. It's kind of been the story of the night for the Maroons this evening. That back line for Ankeny, so tough. No one really able to make a great run. As that ball will settle back and be sent back by Charlotte Carmichael, then right back up. There's no rest for the wicket out there. They're going to say that went off Carolyn Avilas. Quick throw in again. Now under 8 to play. Let's take another look, see if we have any finals here. I know we got to the Southeast Polk win over Urbandale. A good game out there. Northwest girls, Northwest beat Van Meter. There's obviously a shutout, 9-0 the final there. So a lot of goal scorers in that game as the Maroons looking for a goal scorer of their own. They have a go, deflected and tipped away. Kept in, but right to the feet for Dowling, but instead, strong defensive play. It just seems like Ankeny's winning 50-50 balls a little bit more tonight. Stedich wins that one back, but Maroon's going to counter again. Carmichael sticks with it, pulls it back, and he'll play it to the middle. Just nowhere to go there for the attacker, and here comes Ankeny once again. And they call a foul back on Carolyn Carmichael. Or Charlotte Carmichael, I'm sorry. My apologies to Charlotte. Ball goes up ahead. Maroon's going to settle things back down. Play it to midfield.
Foul on the Maroons, free kick for Ankeny.
Here come the Maroons now with a run, trying to play a through ball. Does not get through, though. Maroons, though, retain possession. Still fighting for it is Carmichael out there. Then they'll play it all the way back. Here's Shoop. Shoop a little strong for Tess Carmichael. Tess, just a freshman. Charlotte, the senior. Nice play there to curl it back by Honeycutt. Then played up and through. Keeper comes off her line. We'll fall on it and try and eat up some more of this clock tonight as we're under 4:30 to play. Swift move out on the far side there.
Ankeny throwing.
Will be an Ankeny throw-in as that got cleared out again.
Kephart with it.
Stedich puts it up and over, looking for a runner, couldn't quite find it. Headed back to midfield. Ball takes such big hops off that artificial turf, especially once it starts getting packed down. The new fresh stuff always deadens it a little bit more, but the amount of use this field gets, it's in great shape, but still takes a little bit of a beating.
Entering the game, Waller.
8:50 to go between Centennial and Waukee in the 3-4 matchup. They're knotted up at ones in the second half. Well, the excitement has fizzled a bit here since 27 minutes remaining when Ava Paoli scored the 6th goal of this game. Dowling trying to add a little bit of excitement back to it. They have possession at midfield right now. Quick flick doesn't quite work. So they were looking for Madeline Honeycutt once again. Ball into the box, but scooped up quickly. Dowling just couldn't quite get a foot on it. Once again, that was a great ball delivery into the box. Tess Carmichael was the nearest as that ball approached frame. Instead, though, it'll just be punted away. Back to midfield and flicked on. Some good possession there for Dowling. Dowling's possessed most of this half since that last goal, but here comes another turnover. Just a little too strong of a first touch from Sullivan. Another turnover and Ankeny back with it. Running into a wall, though, and then cleared away. That was Harkin. Good defensive play by her. Now Ankeny again trying to angle their way in. That ball will eventually roll out of bounds. Under 2 minutes now. 6-0, as we mentioned. Ankeny in complete control here. They will move to 7-2-2 on the year. This will drop Dowling Catholic below 500 for the first time in a bit. Checking on their last 5 for Dowling Catholic. That'll snap a 2-game winning streak, and that starts a 2-game winning streak for Ankeny. Keep in mind, Ankeny will now go 4-1 in their last 5. Red hot, so Allie Mackey with 3 tonight, Ava Paoli with 2. Both could be up for Performer of the Night. Ball sent right back to the corner, headed away. Under a minute now, minute to play in tonight's game. Number 5 Ankeny looking every bit of it against a very good Dowling team. Don't let this 6-0 score fool you. This is a Dowling team that is very solid, top 15 for a reason. Nifty little move there at midfield for Dowling, but clock ticking into the evening, and Maroons may actually get blanked here as we approach 30 seconds left. It's been a fun broadcast tonight. We'll do a quick recap here of everything for you before we strike the match or blow the match out on this evening. As we're in the final 10 seconds of the game. Dowling trying to just find one here late. And that'll tick to 0 as Ankeny completes the shutout tonight. A 6-0 victory. And Allie Mackey does the scoring. She has 3 goals tonight
We'd like to thank our guests.
27-10 left in the first. She made it 2-0. And again, 5 minutes in to the second half, she made it 4-0. And then she'd follow it up with another just 2.5 minutes later to make it 5-0. Ava Paoli with 2 of her own tonight. And then you also have Abby Steinkamp with the game-winning goal, having the first on the evening at the 6-minute mark of this game. 5 minutes, 20 seconds into it. And with that, the number 5 Ankeny Hawks move to 7-2-2 with a 6-0 victory over the number 12 Dowling Catholic Maroons, who dropped to 6-7. That'll put a wrap on our broadcast tonight. A beautiful night once again from Dowling Catholic High School. Thanks so much for joining us and spending your Friday nights with us here on CISN. I'm John Schaefer. Big thank you to our production crew this evening as well to make everything possible. Certainly a fun one. Again, the final 6-0 Ankeny over Dowling.